Hi, my name is Anders Karlsson and I'm bass leader here at YWAM Transform in Sweden. And this is the Bass Leaders Space, so my space, and it's the Christmas edition 2025. So this is a season where we want to focus on the light that, that Jesus is. Hi guys, I'm Anders Karlsson. I'm bass leader here at YWAM Transform in Sweden. And this is the Bass Leader Space. So that's a space for me when I can share about how we're doing as a bass and what's going on. And this is the Christmas edition. So I will, according to Swedish tradition, light a candle here. And with that also remind us about Jesus and the light that he is in this world. So welcome. So yeah, this is going to be a good time to talk a little bit about what's going on here. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for your support in different ways. It means so much to us to know that we have people all around the world standing with us, supporting us in prayer in different ways. So thank you so much, guys. And yeah, it's December 2025, so right in the end of the year, of course, looking back a little bit, and it's been an amazing year in many ways. And we can look back at many, many highlights. And one thing for me has been, for example, the Send, and that is mobilizing and calling a lot of young people to go into more action and into missions in different ways. And so we were back in June in Finland. Come on, do we have any Finns here? In Helsinki for the Send there at the arena. And it was such an amazing time, also in the streets of Helsinki. And then also now, just a few weeks ago in Sweden, in Göteborg or Gothenburg, on the west coast of Sweden, we had the Send experience, and it was just so great. Also, we've also had the Engage conference earlier this fall here in Sweden, in Småland, and it was also so good to see how much fire the young generation, young people in Sweden are having now for God, fire and passion for God, but also for missions and for taking the gospel where it needs to be, and that's everywhere. So if that's your school, but also if that's the other side of the world, that willingness to go is so refreshing. So it's been a good year also for us as a base. We've seen many different schools run this year, DTSs of course, but also for the first time the arts internship, calling artists internship in the spring. So that was such a beautiful thing to see. And now in the fall, the DTS of course, but also then the BCC, so the Bible Core Course. And so just to see also how people are so hungry for the Bible has been so good, and how we as a base also are able to provide a setting, so to say, a course, a school where you can really dig into the Bible and really go deep in the Bible yourself, but also with some assistance, of course. So that's been so beautiful to see. And now we're looking back at this year with a lot of thankfulness. And I was thinking about that also, that this was something that God spoke about a few years ago, and that we were gonna try to develop more schools, more courses for people. In the beginning of the base, we only had the DTS, that was the one that we were offering. And now we are up to 5 different courses actually. And God gave us a vision, a word about like developing a campus where there would be more schools, more opportunities for people. And it has taken us some time, really, because it's a quite tough work in different ways, but we're so happy to see more and more schools coming now. So we have, let's see if I can count them here. We have the DTS, of course, and then we also have the Altai program, which is more of a practical, on-the-job, so to say, leadership training program. So the Apostolic Leadership Training Year that some of the guys do after their DTS. And then we also have the School of Biblical Christian Worldview, which is such a great tool in order to grow in understanding of the biblical worldview and also understanding other worldviews. So that's another one. And then we have the BCC, like I mentioned, the Bible Core Course, and also then the Arts Internship, Calling Artists Internship, CAI. So these 5 are the courses that we offer within our university in YWAM, University of the Nations. And it's such a beautiful vision that we have and that God gave us. And sometimes we call the university, of course, it's the University of the Nations, because we welcome all the nations, and we love to see that, how cultures mix and everything. But another word, another nickname you could say, is the University of the Spirit. And that's really something we want to see happening, that these courses, these schools would not be only kind of head knowledge, or like only that kind of information, so to say, even though that's good also, that's really good stuff. But we really want to see transformation in people's lives on all the levels and all the areas of life. So that's what we're also so happy about, that we can see so much how people's lives are changed through these courses and in these courses. So much more than just kind of a diploma or so. This is life-changing and it's transformational, and we love to see that, and that's what we want to keep on doing and investing in more these coming years. So please stand with us in that also and pray for that, because again, it's a lot of work, and we want to see more students and more schools also started. So we're looking forward to these coming years to have more of that also. So yeah, as we are now also finishing up this year, 2025, I just want to also give you a word and share a word for you. I think December is such a good time also to, first of all, look back and thank God for what has been during the year and reflect on the year a little bit, but also to look forward, to look into what God has for us the coming year. And I believe that God has given us these seasons for a reason, not just just because it's a practical way to count days or anything, but also spiritually, that He has different things for us in different times. And so I always do that, and we as a base, we do that also. We pray by the end of the year about the coming year, and asking the Lord about what do you have for us this coming time. And as I was praying and looking into this, I received a word from 1 Peter chapter 1 and then verse 13. So that's 1 Peter 1, 13, verse 13. So it says like this: therefore, prepare your minds for action, keep sober in spirit, fix your hope completely on the grace to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. So this is the Bible, right? The Bible is so rich. This is just one little verse, but God spoke so much to me through this verse, and I think He wants to speak to you as well, as we're now finalizing this year of 2025 and looking into 2026. First of all, it says, prepare your minds for action. It's always good to be prepared, right? But how do we prepare? Well, then we need to be in that active place of knowing something is coming, something new is coming. And how do I then prepare myself for that? Here it says, prepare your minds for action. What is God's plan for your life for the coming year? You can ask Him about that. And then as you know more about that, you can also prepare. And like it says, prepare your mind. Many times we have to prepare our thoughts because we're maybe not ready for what's coming. And also more on that topic, it says, keep sober in spirit. And that can mean different things, so to say. But to me, it speaks a lot about clarity, to have clarity, spiritual understanding, and to not be distracted or to be taken away from what God is showing us, so to say, to have clarity over what God is showing us and what He's speaking and what is happening around me and so on. To be sober is to have a clear mind and to have, in this case, a clear spirit. And then it says, fix your hope completely on the grace to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. And that can be summarized in a way with simply keep your eyes on Jesus. Keep your eyes on the hope that you have in Him. Many times, of course, in life, we have a lot of things going on. We have a lot of things to worry about. We all know this. And then to remind ourselves and to be always, every day, reminded of that, okay, I need to have my eyes fixed on Jesus and on the grace that He gives me, the grace for me to live, the grace for me to take on different challenges and so on. So I would want to encourage you with this word that I received also for the coming year, and that I believe is also for you. But I also want to encourage you to seek God yourself and to pray, also together with other people. What is He saying about the year to come? And for us as YWAM Transform, we're looking forward to a lot of stuff coming up 2026. And one thing that we're extra excited about actually is the World Cup in North America, so Mexico, United States, and Canada. And we're gonna have a trip and outreach. We have done that many times before also. But more information about that in the next edition maybe. So yeah, wishing you all a really happy and Merry Christmas. Also remembering the reason for the season, which is Jesus, and for us to spread his light in the world. And that's something we can really point to in this holiday season. And then going into the new year, to pray and ask God and seek God about what he has for you the coming year. And then we'll be back to you also, back with a new edition of Base Leader Space. So see you next year, guys. Bye.